Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy right here, man. MMA Reloaded. We are live and direct, folks, for another episode. In fact, not just another episode. It is a special episode. It's a special night tonight. It's episode 40 of MMA Reloaded on the mic. Now, folks, on the mic, before I get into actually not scratch what I just said. Before I get into episode 40 of On the Mic, yeah, On the Mic really started for me as I have MMA Reloaded Raw Talk, which is sort of like the premiere, and I have guests who are guests who are in the upper echelon of the sport. I love to put them and have them on Real Talk. Guests who I have natural conversations with, legends of the sport. I've had on there, along with young standouts as well. And then, folks, on the mic was something really for Cage Steel. So when I became an affiliate of Cage Steel, I was thinking, why not create a segment, a separate show where I can showcase young prospects. And I have done that, folks, across 40 episodes. And it didn't just start with Cage Steel. It started, folks, with it started as just like, I used to do YouTube live videos, folks, here, like 5-6 years ago when I started doing YouTube videos about 5 years ago. I just used to do it, straight to the camera, the hottest topics in the sport, hottest news, hottest takes. Yeah, I'll give it straight to you, man, as real as you want it. But showcasing prospects and standouts, especially it on the regional scene, which I have been blessed to do. Yeah, I've been blessed to do that, and it is something that I'm just, I'm so thankful I can, because it's something which, not only can I really, give the fans something new, like a new insight into who the future of the sport, into the future of the sport, but an insight into who different fighters are, an insight into different points of view, into different fighters, into the minds of these young prospects and how mature they are. And I wanted to show that to you, fans. I wanted it. I wanted to show it, and I have to say, folks, some of the best MMA Reloaded shows have come with On the Mic, and I am just pleased and I'm privileged to call this my 40th episode. So when I talk about milestones and I talk about how MMA Reloaded actually came about and my inspirations for creating different segments and different shows, this is really as good as it gets. This is as meaningful as it gets for me. So there's always a meaning behind what I do and how I do it. And I think On the Mic has been that stage that I really needed to give standouts their own platform to perform and have their say, and really, not only make some friends in the process as well, because I am privileged to still keep in touch. I always keep in touch with my guests, doesn't matter who you are. And it's always just that support, just a love of the sport. And you want to spread that love and you want fans to know exactly what the future of the sport is going to look like. Yeah. And that's why I created On the Mic, really. So in all actual fact, folks, Yeah, I'm still, this is still on the mic. Like this was my original thing. But forget that now. But folks, forget that. Yeah, this is episode 40 of MMA Reloaded on the mic. But overall, in total, folks, over the course of now 6 years, is episode 170. Yeah, to me, that is a milestone. It's as real as it gets. It's something where I started out with episodic YouTube videos. If you just go, you have to go way down in the page to see my initial YouTube videos. Season 1, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. I used to do it like that. To be fair, yeah, folks, that's where the passion really came out. Every time I would just see something, every time I would see like anything on social media, anything hot, I would bring that heat to the camera. It doesn't matter where I was, who I was with. I would just bring the heat to the camera, man, and I still do, folks. You know what I'm saying? It's just now, being a podcast with Real Talk and with On the Mic, I have guests now to share it with, to share those points of views with, and I've had the pleasure of really learning a lot. Yeah, learning a lot from these guys who I have on the show. Thinking of new ways to innovate them, getting to know them, and just really just having a conversation. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's getting to know these fighters, these great stand-ups. That's what it's all about. It's for the love of the sport, and to have the pleasure to do this, and to do what I do and sit with the fighters that I've sat with. I can't ask for anything more, anything less. So I want to thank you guys I want to thank everybody for support, for your likes, for your comments, for your subscribes, through the years. And you know what, folks, this is just the beginning, man. This ain't the fucking end. This is just the beginning. And that's for real. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Because it's a milestone right now with episode 40 of On the Mic. The milestone means that the heat goes up. The heat goes up. Yeah, folks, I'm gonna be bringing more heat. I'm gonna be on point. And you know what, folks? I'm gonna be bringing it straight to you guys because I love my fans. I love, just presenting. I love martial arts. Boxing. Oh my god, my passion for this sport, man, runs deep. So yeah, folks. Now I've told you, that's basically the history. That's basically the background. Yeah, for my 170th total podcast episode. Not really podcast episode, but my 170th total episode. Yeah, folks, of MMA Reloaded it's a milestone to me. And folks, the 40th episode of MMA Reloaded on the mic, I sit with TNT himself, Robbie Kennedy. Yeah, folks, and before we do the particulars, as you may know, folks, we're 2 nights away from Cage Steel 26, and Robbie Kennedy, folks, is going to be in a banger with 22-year-old Simeon Powell, who is an absolute savage in his own right. If you see his training videos, this he's got the size, he's got the physique, he's got the talent. It's going to be a great test for Mr. TNT, man. And TNT brings the pain, he brings the heat, he just brings the realness into the cage, folks. If you look at his followers Instagram, Robbie K88, you'll see how real Robbie Kennedy is, man. There is no one. I would say, he's right up there with the realest in the sport. So yeah, folks, and after his Cage Steel 25 performance against Ben Schneider, I think we're in for a treat in 2 nights. And also, shout out to Cage Steel for making this a free stream. So fans can actually stream this for free. Yeah, folks, after Cage Steel 25 and what happened with the stream and all that stuff, Cage Steel are, they're doing it for the fans. They're doing this live free stream for the fans. Saturday, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. GMT, man. Stay tuned, man, and tune in. If you're not buying tickets, you're you're tuning into the stream, and that's for damn sure. So, folks, here, it's always a pleasure to sit with Robbie Kennedy. Yeah, folks, this guy is literally a guy I love talking to. I love keeping in touch with him. He's become, we've developed a respect for each other, like a friendship. And I can't wait to have him on the show right now, folks. Episode 40, MMA Reloaded on the mic. Let's do the particulars. Also, ladies and gentlemen, before Robbie Kennedy joins us, tune in tonight, folks. The PFL playoffs are going down. The heavyweights and the women's lightweights throw down, folks, where you'll see Kayla Harrison take on Jenna Fabian in one of the most anticipated fights because of the form these two women are on. It is going to be a very, very good fight to watch, folks. Striker versus grappler. Will Kayla get Jenna down and maul her? Will Jenna take her time and piece up Kayla? Then you have on the other side, now with Larissa Pacheco out, folks, who was the actual favorite to be in the finals of the women's lightweight tournament because she's faced Kayla Harrison and taken Kayla to hell twice before. Larissa's out of the fight now, folks, and Taylor Gordito will now face Mariana Moraes. Yeah, folks, and Mariana was number 5 seed in the regular season. So it's really so that's going to change shit up now, folks. And I'm interested. I'm intrigued to see what Mariana Moraes is going to bring, folks. To me, I didn't really see that much from her in terms of skill, in terms of not really skill, in terms of just hunger and intensity, will to win from her, So I'm really looking forward to seeing what she brings now that this is where it counts in the PFL season. This is the playoffs. This is where 2 fighters from each division go in to fight for the championship belt and that $1 million prize. And then on the other side, folks, you got heavyweight. You got Jamel Jones versus Bruno Capoloza, where Jamel Jones is he comes in, folks, short notice, into the PFL regular season for 1 fight only. He's had only 1 fight in the PFL 2021 season. Yeah. and he savagely brutalizes his opponent. I think he's facing like Stuart Austin or something, and he ground and pounded Austin out in the first round, got himself 10, 15 points straight off the bat, yeah, to go into the playoff spot, number 4. I couldn't believe it. Jamel Jones has always been one of my favorite guys to watch. He is the reigning Cage Fury Fighting Championships heavyweight champion. And then, folks, Bruno Capelloza, if you've been following the PFL 2021 season, he is one of the most savage fighters I've ever seen. Like, he just finishes you. Yeah. Once he gets his hands on you, his hands are so quick. It's like, bro, it's like watching just in a blink of an eye, watching someone just get taken out like that. It is amazing to watch Bruno Capelloza go to work. And folks, we're gonna watch Bruno Capelloza go to work. And we're gonna watch Jamel Jones, folks. That is probably going to be one of the best PFL fights of the past 2 years, bro. That has all the potential, folks, to be the best PFL fight literally possible. Yeah. So, folks, also UFC Vegas 34, where Jared Cannonier and Kelvin Gastelum will main event. For me, Jared Cannonier, this is a big fight. This is a huge fight. This is a fight to actually propel him into that conversation after losing that title eliminated to Robert Whittaker. This is a very big fight for Jared Cannonier to stay in the top 4 of the middleweight division. Yeah, for Kelvin Gastelum, ranked number 9 in the division, and after that resurgent performance that he had against Ian Heinisch off of a 4-fight losing streak, Kelvin really knows, and then Kelvin even lost to Robert Whittaker as well, folks, last time out. So this is something that I think both guys are going to be looking for. They're just going to be giving it everything, man. It's going to be a real banger. Jared Cannonier can knock you out in different ways now. Like, this guy's become a different beast to when we saw him years ago at heavyweight. He's been a light heavyweight. Now he's trimmed down. He's in shape. He looks like Wesley Snipes, bro. Yeah, and the guy is a legit beast. There is no real contemplation about this. Jared Cannonier has become a legit animal. Yeah, from really what we saw in his early career to now, he has become a fighter to watch as a fan, and really a fighter to be feared if you're standing across from him. So, but for Kelvin Gastelum, folks, he is a veteran of this game. He's faced literally the best. Literally. Like, the guy that has not faced lack competition. Yeah. Folks, bear with me 1 sec. The particulars are having kind of problem here. 1 sec. Yeah, folks. So literally, Kelvin Gastelum, Jared Cannonier. It's going to be a great fight. A lot on the line in the middleweight division. So, you know, that division is going to be stacked. Yeah, folks, it's literally going to be stacked. And when you look at the middleweight division right now, and with guys like Sean Strickland coming up, Luke Rockhold coming back, the division is full. It is literally full, yeah, bro, of legit killers. And there is no doubt that Marvin Vettori versus Paulo Costa is going to be a great fight. Robert Whittaker's the man. Robert Whittaker is the man of that division. Robert Whittaker needs a title shot, and he needs one legit. He needs one now. Yeah. Folks, we are awaiting the arrival of Robbie Kennedy, Mr. TNT. Hopefully, folks, the technical stuff gets sorted out. There he is, man. There he is, folks. He just joined in now. Let's get on, man.
Ian?
Yes. Yes. Oh, damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Folks, if you don't know who that is, yeah, on the other side of the screen, I have to say, yeah, you don't know your social media. Yeah, that's Robbie Kennedy. Yeah, folks, and he'll be competing K-Steel 26, 2 nights, 2 sleeps, 48 hours, count it down any way you want. And this is episode 40 of On the Mic MMA Reloaded. Man, Robbie, what's going on, brother?
Yes, I'm good. Blessed. Woo!
What more one, yeah, for the culture?
Yeah, bro.
Woo!
My God. My God. Yeah, man, respect.
We need it, man. We need it for the culture. It's a special
yeah, man. I need one of them. That's what I just want from my just commentary. Just a woo!
Right,
Crack you up, man, every time.
Saturday, but I would just belt that shit up. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, man.
So no, man. I know this Saturday, bro. You're ready to light it up.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most anticipated fights in the card. Yeah, G. No one's sleeping on this.
Yeah, man.
Because of who you are and of who he is. Yeah, Simeon Powell. Yeah, so I have to start over, man. Physically and mentally, of course, coming off April the 10th. Yeah, until now, how are you feeling, man? How's training camp been going? And
yeah, fight camp's been good, brother. I was good to go, a few weeks after the cage steel fight, and unfortunately an opponent pulled out. So, I was ready to just go in there and get it again. So, I've been in fight camp for quite some time, brother. Like I said, more or less since after that fight, cage steel, we've been grinding and grafting. You see the abs checker. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm grinding, every day I'm getting better. That's shout out to another sponsor as well, Timberwolf. Fight team. I'm just trying to just keep leveling up. That's a main thing. Just every day, just better than what I was yesterday. So.
And they say that, bro. They say there's no such thing as fight camp for some fights. For some fighters, they're in that sort of an environment, that sort of a pace every day. Yeah, no matter whether they're training for fights or when they're in regular sessions. Yeah, the fight camp pace is 24/7. Yeah. Is that something with you, Robbie? Yes, so fight camps don't really. The word fight camp isn't really meaning. Yeah, it's you go hard like that 24 hours a day.
Yes. We just train and never tire. That's the thing. I train, 3 times a day sometimes, so I train in the morning, train, twice in the evening. And it's just getting it in. It's just all about, just like I said, just getting that 1% better than what I was yesterday, whether that's learning a new technique, whether that's getting more cardio in, you know, or whatever, getting some more rolls, some more rounds, different bodies. Just, you know, just carrying on, just getting better, man, and getting better.
Or ABT MMA, man. Yeah, there's no short of bodies out there. No short of bodies out there, G. And you know, you got, again, yeah, like KCO25, you got so many teammates on the quad with you. How does that make you feel, man, in terms of, you know, giving you a boost and motivation for you, man?
Yeah, massively, you know, because, you know, obviously it's a team spirit, team morale. You know, obviously you kind of win as a team, you lose as a team, but, you know, in the same aspect, obviously, you know, it's good to have all your teammates there, you know, guys that you've worked with throughout the, you know, the training camp or fight camp, sorry. You know, that are there, you know, different, well, similar bodies that you know, familiar with. And, you know, it's like a second family, you know, straight up. It's, you know, it's just an extended family is the guys in the martial arts game. You know, I look to them as a lot of, you know, good you know, good brothers, you know, like I said, a lot of brothers that I've got a lot of respect for, a lot of time for. So yeah, man.
And you know, when we talk about camp, yeah, when we talk about training, especially like going into a fight and compared to when you train regularly, do you sort of mix up a routine, bro, or is it you try to keep it as flow as possible, bro? Do you try to keep it on the same level every day as possible?
Yeah, I mean, every day, like I said, it's constant. You know, like I said, obviously we've got certain sessions at AVT that I'll attend. You know, obviously just to, you know, focus on set things. You know, whether it be the striking or the wrestling or the grappling or the jits. You know, so that obviously certain sessions I will attend, just, you know, in particular for a fight camp. But in all honesty, like I said, I'm just trying to get better. You know, so for me, it's I'll attend any session. You know, obviously I'm going to reach out a little bit more after this fight. I'm already looking to, you know, go to a few other gyms as well. Obviously, I'm going to stick at ABT, but I just want to get to a few other gyms where a few other friends are at and just get a few rounds in with them as well.
And how does that, as a fighter, yeah, bro, going to different gyms? Obviously, you spent a lot of time at AVT, and that's your home. That's the home field. Yeah,
Yeah.
but branching out like that and into different gyms, what benefit does that give you as an athlete, combat sports athlete? Bro?
I think personally, you know, you're just getting different, like, just not I won't say tips, but yeah, different knowledge from different coaches. You know, because every coach is, you know, going to be good at something. You know, it's like they say, you know, you can't just go to a gym and just learn MMA because you're not going to be good at one particular thing. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, you know, kickboxing, that's my go-to. If I'm struggling anywhere, right, boom, back to kickboxing basics. You know, because that's what I've trained mostly in for 8 years, 10 years almost. And so I think particularly when you're going to other gyms and you know, you get to roll with different bodies, you're not getting comfortable, you know, with the same sparring partners, you know what they're going to throw, you know, it's predictable, you know, it might be a soft and a nice, easy spar. Whereas when you're going to different gyms and you don't know the people at them gyms and you are sparring someone or you're rolling with them, whatever, and they're doing different techniques or, you know, applying different pressure that you may not be used to. So it gets you in a different mindset of thinking, right, I need to be prepared for this, or I need to think about that, or, you know, my coach at this gym told me this, I need to work on a particular, you know, routine, exercise, drill, whatever, you know. So it's very, for me, I even tell my own students, you know, I can't teach them everything, you know. Yeah, I know I stand up man with anyone, so I can, yeah, the stand-up game, happily teach them the kickboxing. But, you know, for everything else, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you know, I'm still learning myself. So, you know, like I say to them, go and try different coaches, go try different gyms, because, you know, you're going to pick up more and more from, you know, different bodies and different heads.
No, 100%, boy. It gives you different looks at the end of the day. And I guess, you know, learning from different people, it doesn't harm anybody, you know. As long as you don't sort of, if you're loyal to a gym and you want to branch out, as long as you don't piss off your home gym and you go through and you want to learn just for yourself, yeah, but there's no harm in that at all, man. Yeah, you know, that's what it's all about. This whole thing is a learning curve like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're learning in the cage, on the job. You get submitted, you learn. You knock out, you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all about, man. That's that's real. for sure.
Yeah, 100, bro.
Man. So, bro, when you came in, and speaking of real, yeah, when you come into 25 and you basically came into your pro debut at
Yeah.
that time, yeah, and for for me, bro, yeah, you didn't waste no time. It's like you had the kettle going boiling in the back here, bro, and and you know, like before the kettle stopped boiling, boy, yeah, you had to go finish that shit. So I have
Um,
to break that down. Yeah, how was that? Was that the plan straight off the bat, Robbie, to get in man face and put it on him straight off?
I'm just that type of guy now. You know, I'm not looking, you know, like someone said, you know, about that fight the other day as well. They said, oh, yeah, it didn't last long. And I said, look, I'm not in here for a long time. I'm in for a good time. And you get me? I'm not in here to trade and you know, yeah, of course I love to stand up bang. I do it all the time in kickboxing, the boxing bouts that I've had over the years. But for me, you know, I'm getting older, so I've got to be in there. I've got to be more cautious. I've got to be not hesitant, but I am. I'm concerned about what he might throw. So I ain't letting it happen, you know. So for me, yeah, I'm going to put pressure on him. I'm going to put it on him. I want to see what he's about. I'll feel him out. And you know, like I said, I'm looking to take heads off. You know, when I go in there, it's his head on my head. So it's as simple as that. I'm not going in there to, you know, be all nicey and do three 5-minute rounds and get some mat. Nah, I don't need that mat time. You know, I don't need that mat time. I get that mat time when I'm rolling on the mats or when I'm training. I'm in there to do the job and see you later, get paid, and take a win at the same time. You know, so I'm just in there to get the job done, man.
That was a performance, though. But I have to say,
Yeah, thank you.
I have to say, yeah. Well, he didn't take his head off, man. He took his leg off, the left leg. Oh shit, that, but it still buzzes me up when we're talking about it. But you know but tell me this here, Robbie. When you train in gym and you have in the gym, it's a mad pace, especially when you're surrounded with guys like Bram Holt, Jack Holt, and Tom Crosby, you know, Hughes, the whole joint. Yeah, compare that pace to a fight. Yeah, when you're in a cage, can that pace be sort of replicated? Yeah, but can a fight pace be? Can you replicate that pace in the gym?
I think it's a tough one. I never think you can replicate a fight. You can kind of mimic it a little bit. You know, obviously if you're bringing in certain bodies to kind of, you know, imitate a fighter that, you know, might be an awkward style. You know, for example, a Wonder Boy, you bring in a karate, you know, freestyle kickboxer, etc., or MVP. But the adrenaline, the rush, you know, the obviously you're not really getting that inspiring. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, you have a bit of an adrenaline rush, but it's not the same as a fight. You know, like, yeah, you can kind of mimic a fight a little bit with the pressure and obviously the constant rounds and, you know, non-stop kind of thing, yeah. But it's hard to mimic a fight, even in fight camp. But I know a lot of boxers go a lot more serious when they're sparring, but then this is why they get punch drunk as they get older, because there's no point. Why are you beating each other up in sparring? You get me?
Yeah, that puts a lot more miles on you, man. And the injuries in sparring when you're training, like you know, you're putting yourself more in harm's way than you are in the actual fight.
Yeah.
You know, so does that?
And the
just
thing is, you're more likely to get injured. You get me? Like, you're more likely to get injured because you're going so hard, and then you're thinking, "Yo, if this is part of your fight camp, or if this is just something you're training for," and then bam, you get injured, and you're like, "Oh, it puts me out for a few weeks or a few months," and there goes your fight. And you got to work back up to it again. You get me? So it's like, there's no point. I don't see the point of going 100, you know, 80, 90% in sparring. There's no point. No point.
Yeah. I think, bro, that's where like a lot of emphasis on safety in training camps is a lot. You know, there is a lot of emphasis nowadays. For yeah, you can be padded up and guarded up and stuff here, but for real, like you can still get
knocked out
2-3 nights before a fight.
I've seen it. You know, I've seen people with head guards still get knocked out. You know, the head guard's not going to save you. Let's be honest. You know, if the guy catches you a clean shot and you can't take it, you get knocked out. It's as simple as that. You know, so it's one of them, man.
The head guard only covering here. Yeah. You still got that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when, like someone like you, someone like you, someone like Jack Holt, someone like anyone like that who punches like a savage here, bro. Like all you gotta do is catch him clean.
This game over. Like I said, I don't see the point. I just don't see the point. I know people do it to kind of get ready for war and get ready for a fight, but I just think it's pointless. I think you spar clever, you fight clever, rather than sparring hard and you beating. Like I said, you got to think of longevity. I'm 33. I want to still I still want to be competing when I'm 40. That's my mindset. I still, like I said, I've got to look at, I'm not a UFC, but I look at DC. Call me got a UFC champion at 40. So there's still hope for myself. You get me? Like, I'm 33. I'm still working the ladder. You know what I mean?
I don't believe in age like that, bro. I'm gonna be real honest. Yeah, I think man's only as young and he feels only as good as he feels. Yeah. Oh yeah, the ab checking thing, yeah, that's no joke. Yeah, but you're in the prime of your life right now. That's the thing. At 33. Look at man like DC. Man went down to 205 pounds light heavyweight at the age of 38. Yeah. There's no it's no a fighter is only as old as he feels, and it's all about the motivation, it's all about the work that you put in at the end of the day. And seen it, man. Dan Henderson competed until he was 45. Yeah, Randy Couture competed until he was 45. Now these guys, boy, don't you realize it's only about how good you feel as a man and as a fighter, especially in person. Yeah.
I'm feeling good, man. Like I said, I'm feeling probably the best shape in my life at 33. I'm looking forward to the fight. I know he's a bit younger than me, but like I said, I'm not taking anything away from him. I just think I'll be too strong for him. I've watched a few of his fight videos. He's got a good striking, good Muay Thai background. But I just feel like I said I'm going to be too strong for him. I'm not going to go in there to play games. I know he's going to come. He's a champion as well, so he's going to come look to take my head off. So I ain't in there to play games with him. I'm coming in there. I'm ready for war, and it's game on, mate. It's head on my head. It's as simple as that.
Dang, man, that's fighting words for sure. Yeah, his game on. Yeah, but I remember you saying before after K Steel 25 that you didn't get to show the whole set of skills. Yeah. Like there was a lot more to the game than what it was.
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool. That you needed to take man out. Yeah, quick time because you're not getting paid by the hour.
No, unfortunately not, but I'm getting paid by the second, if that. But yeah, man, you know what? Like I said, I didn't even get to showcase my wrestling, really. I didn't get to showcase anything, my jits. For me, I was just kicking him. I wouldn't even say it was kickboxing. I was just kicking him. And no disrespect to the guy, obviously, yeah. Kind of chewed his leg up a little bit, and obviously, yeah, I know a few shots hurt him, and he kind of wilted towards the cage and got the finish. But no, there were no wrestling, there were no real jiu-jitsu, there was nothing in there that I could say, right, guys, in the 2 years that you've not seen me fight, this is what I've been learning. So I'm looking forward to this fight because who knows where it may end up. My jiu-jitsu coach said if I get a submission, he'll promote me to blue belt. So there's an extra incentive. I'm thinking, all right, if I get a sub, I get a blue belt. For me, if I get a TKO or a KO, that's just what I want anyway. I want to finish. I'm not in there to get a decision. I'm not in there for the judges to say, oh, well, we don't know. The amount of fights that I've seen, and I'm thinking, how's a judge scored that? How's a judge scored that? Even in UFC. Even in like the big organizations, the Bellators, the Cage Warriors, KSW, PFL. You get me? I don't want no dodgy judge scoring my fight and saying, oh, well, he won on point. When I'm thinking, nah, man, I know I scored more than him, but I can't start. That's why I want finishes. I'm not interested in letting it go to the judges now. Forget that.
I know, bro. I mean, like we said earlier, right, Robbie, it's a flow and adrenaline pops into your mind when the fight's going on. Now, when the cage door shuts, and you've originally come into the fight with a game plan, yeah, bro, that shot of adrenaline, bro, yeah, that could change the whole joint in your mind, you know, because you'll be like, cool, he wants to start fast, I'm gonna start fast. Yeah, I didn't plan on starting fast, but I'm gonna start fast anyway. Yeah, and you know, if you could, so that you say to me now, yeah, but if I get a submission, like in the cage, that necessarily is not probably not your mindset when the fight starts. Your like your mindset when the fight starts is to keep it here. Yeah, yeah, me keeps chewing him up, boy, and because he's younger, yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna be faster or stronger than you. Yeah, like younger fighters, with them, yeah, you gotta look at their maturity. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he may not be as mature as you in terms of IQ and you know, if you're in trouble to handle the pressure and that sort of stuff, you know.
Well, it's his pro debut as well, so you know it's obviously a little bit of added pressure for him. Whereas now, you know, I've kind of got over that hurdle, and you know, I think because I was ready to just go again. You know, I've been waiting for another opportunity to fight and another opportunity to showcase this. So for me, I'm excited. You know, I'm looking forward to fighting a young champion. You know, he's young, he's a champion, a fight star, I believe, fight star champion. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I believe, yeah, you know, he's got really good. I've seen some of his videos. Just unfortunately for him, I just saw a video of him getting dropped. So for me, you know, the first fight video I saw of him, he got dropped. So I'm thinking, I've just got this in my mind. If someone at middleweight's dropped you, I'm used to fighting heavyweight and light heavyweight. So I'm used to fighting bigger boys. So for me, like I said, for me personally, like I said, that there's one guy that I hate sparring at AVT. I absolutely hate. Well, there's a few guys that I hate sparring, but one in particular, he's a Thai. He's a Thai fighter. Yeah, Tams. He's fighting on the same card. Louis Tam. Now this guy's an animal. Like he's an absolute animal. I don't care who he fights. He's an absolute beast. Like he is a scary man. Like if he puts it on you, he puts it on you, and he comes with pressure. And I think I've sparred him so many times. I can't see anyone having that type of style of fight power and fight IQ. Anyone that I've sparred over the years, he's a dangerous man, and I'm looking forward to his fight as well. Louis Tam's fighting, I think it's Matthew Byfield. You know, and I feel sorry for this guy that, you know, Tams is fighting, because it's the same. If he catches him, he's going to sleep. You know, Tams is a serious guy, and like I said, I've seen this kid that I fought, Simeon. Not that I fought yet, sorry. You know, I've seen this kid and I watched his fight, and you know, like I said, unfortunately for him, I just saw him getting dropped. So I thought, right, you can be finished. And that's all I'm thinking. You can be finished. And I want to finish you. You know, whether it's a sub, whether it's a TKO, whether it's a KO, I'm finishing him. You know, that's my mindset now. I've seen it. I've seen him get dropped. And he's stepping up to light heavyweight. He's stepping in for his pro debut. Let's go. You know, that's what I'm at. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, indeed. Oh, one.
Yeah, TNT, man.
Yeah, woo, indeed. Oh, yeah. It is literally going to be a clash of the titans. Yeah, fam. And bro, we talk about inside the cage in 2 nights, but outside the cage as well, man. Like I see you making a move, bro. Yeah, and you know, raw talent martial arts. Yeah, well,
yeah. I don't know if you can see it properly, but I'm trying to get it there as well. If you can see it properly.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. Promote the thing, boy.
Yeah, promote the thing. Like I said, obviously the fight team, MMA Reloaded, Eric Skier, Prospect MMA, all my shout outs. So every guy. Yes, MMA Reloaded. Woo! My guy.
I know, he might rocking the Armani thing. But yeah, putting that, you know, outside the cage, yeah, Robbie, I see the raw talent martial arts picking it up for you, bro. You know, respect to that, love for that. You literally, like, you know, is that like? Did you open a gym like yourself?
Well, you know what, fam? I've had a few issues in it. So obviously last year, I was looking at going to business with a long-time friend, and a lot of went Pete Tong, and she ended up like just kind of just dropping it and running off and did her own thing with some other guy. I won't even go into too much detail. I don't want to embarrass anyone.
All right, cool.
So, I did her own thing with some other guy. I thought, all right, no worries. Fobbed me off. So I thought, all right, no worries. What can I do? Because obviously I didn't really know the landlord. So at the time, like me and the landlord were just kind of still getting to know each other. She was the contact with this landlord. So obviously me and him got to know each other. And we're all right. But at the same breath, then the COVID police came and the COVID police tried to find me. So they tried to find me a grant. Like there were no gyms really teaching, like no gyms, even like a few like AVT were like, a few gyms. I ain't gonna mention too many people. I don't want anyone to think, Robbie's. There'll be no one in. Yeah, like I said, the COVID police tried to find me a grant. You know what I said to him? Tell me what laws I'm breaking. then I'll pay you. Until you can tell me what laws I'm breaking, I ain't doing nothing wrong. Yeah, and this is what I tell people for many years. You know how I feel about all this malarkey anyway. Yeah. So anyway, once that happened, the landlord obviously kind of got a bit anxious, a bit nervous, and said, "Look, Robbie, you're gonna have to stop teaching here." I said, "Yeah, no worries, brother. It's calm. It's one of them." So you know how much the kids wanted me to train them still. Yeah, we were training in this park in Bradford. Yeah. And bro, some days it were you might have seen some of this, the posts up. Some days it were raining. They still come and train. And then from there and there, funnily enough, I just messaged some guy about some mats. And he's like, "Oh, I looked on your Facebook profile. Are you a striker? Do you do MMA?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, cool. Could you come teach at my gym?" So I said, "All right, calm, no worries." So this was like just a little bit before last year, like December time. Excuse me, sorry. And started teaching there for a little bit. And it just kind of blew up and snowballed. And another gym got in contact and they were like, "Oh, you do striking?" "Oh, yeah, we won't mind." And they just kind of snowballed. I didn't even got a gym. I am, but I'm just a striking coach at a gym who's already got a bunch of students. And like I said, I've got a bunch. Yeah. When I say I'm getting an army, fam, I'm getting an army ready for war. So trust me, once I'm done and retired, you're going to see me coaching some big boys. And like I said, there ain't no reason they can't be in UFC, Bellator, KSW, PFL, Cage Warriors, wherever they want to fight, one brave champion. I've told them, I said, your mindset has to be strong. You can think that you can beat anyone. Don't matter who they are, where they are, what you can fight them. Because it takes balls to be in the cage. It takes balls to be on the mats. Yeah, it takes balls to get in the ring. People can sit there and be like, and chat and give you a round of applause or boo you. But when you're in there, you can't say nothing to nobody because it takes balls. And that's what a lot of people ain't got nowadays. They've got this, they ain't got cojones for it. You get me? They ain't got the cojones for it. And, like I said, my students, they fought at one of my teammates' fight nights a few weeks ago. Out of the 4, 2 of them won and 2 of them lost. But obviously for me, one of them was debatable, even though I'm not being biased. One of them was debatable, but it is what it is. But obviously, the other guy got 10-8 count. But you know what? All 4 fighters went to the third and final round. They stuck it out. They showed the heart. They showed the character. And you know what? Everyone come up to me after and said, "Yo, raw talent, you got some good fighters, you." And I was like, "Yeah, that's just 4 of them. That's just 4 of them." Yeah, so imagine when the next 4 come. And the next 4 after that, and another 4, and another 4, and it just keeps on growing and growing and growing because that's what it's going to be. I'm like I said, I'm raising some serious champions in the making. Trust me, man.
Oh my God, gee. Like, bro, I'm glad this is live, boy, because you could say that 100 times over, we'll never lose the truth. That. But like you said, man, people got this. I hate that. Fuck it, bro. I hate. Yeah, man like Conor McGregor, for prime example, man needs to shut the fuck up. Yeah,
I've lost a lot of respect for him myself, man. I lost a lot of respect for him.
100% man lost respect, but that's prime example right there. Yeah, because bro, anyone, could literally make $100 million here on the mic. Yeah? If you know how to speak. Yeah. Like, bro, say you got all you need to know, bro, is how to swear, man, on the microphone. You got 100 million people, going wild for you.
Mm.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Say me and you were fighting here, Robbie, yeah, both fight press conference, the whole joint. Yeah, bro. Look at the two personalities, bro, yeah. Look at the ratings that you get off just a press conference, you know what I mean?
Mm.
All you need to know is how to do this. But in the cage, like you said, it's different. You got two nuts, bro, yeah. Learn how to use them, you know? Like,
The sad thing for me is when, obviously when he had his fight with Poirier, and you got a broken leg and you're still chatting shit. For me, it's like, I get you want to try and embarrass him and insult him. I get that because your ego's a little bit hurt, your ego's a little bit sore. But when you're chatting shit, oh yeah, your wife's in my DMs, bro. Your wife's right there. Why you need to chat shit like that? Like, oh, your wife's in my DMs. I'm gonna do this. And it's like, bro, your kid's mum is your kid's mum and your family not there with you? Like, come on, man. And then he's texting all the crap about call me, and then he's going at it with Bisping. I'm like, what's going on with him? Like, I understand he wants the heat. He loves that. He loves the confrontation, but he's been found out. Once Khabib fought him, he got found out.
100%. 100%.
He got found out because Khabib just switched off and didn't listen to nothing he said. He said, watch in the cage. We'll see in the cage. And what did Khabib do? Khabib dealt with him. He manhandled him. He just wrestle-fucked him. And he showed him that, listen, you could be the baddest boy striker, but once I take you down, mate, you ain't nobody. And this is the game plan that I understood when I first started learning MMA, 3 years ago, 2018. Yeah. When I first started learning MMA and I went to Manchester Predators, and this kid put me on my back. I'm thinking, wow, this guy just got me pinned. Like, it's my first few sessions, but the guy's got me pinned. Like, I'm a fish out of water. I don't know how to get up. And it wasn't nothing major, but I'm like, yo, my kickboxing don't mean shit. If someone can keep me on the ground and beat me up on the ground, what is my kickboxing good for? You know what I mean? So this is when I switched. I had to learn. I need to learn this. And that's when my whole side of it switched. So I'm looking forward to Saturday. I might even switch up with some wrestling, some jiu-jitsu. I might look to take him down. I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling something to finish. I've been working on so much, and it's tempting because I might have my Muay Thai coach there who's new, who's come from Bad Company, Badger, James. He's a bad man. And then I might have his wrestling coach coming there, Ian from Canada. And these guys, just them two, just there alone, that have helped improve everyone at AVT alone. They've helped improve their game. Like I said, obviously, I think Badger's fairly new at AVT, but Ian's been here a few months, and he's going to unfortunately fly back to Canada to go see family. But he's old school, that Greco-Roman wrestling, and just a little techniques. You think, how do you'd randomly see, when you see them videos or them highlight reels of someone doing some crazy madness. These guys know that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And these guys are teaching us these little drills, and it's like, all right, so if I do, and it's like, oh, right, I didn't know that. And it's like something so basic that you just get, and it's like, right, okay. Add that to the game plan. Yeah, you get me? Yeah.
You're taking mental notes, bro.
Mm.
Yeah. That's the thing, G. What does the M in MMA stands for? G? Mix. Yeah. You're not mixing spaghetti and meatball, bro. You're mixing wrestling and jiu-jitsu, bro. You're mixing
and even that, what McGregor said, I don't count. What did he say when he tweeted, I don't count fingers as a loss. So I'm one. And I thought, what is he on about? Like, you can't bro, you're doing MMA. You know what I mean? And this is what I mean. That's another thing about McGregor. I know we're diverting a little bit, but that's another thing. It's like he said, I don't count it as a loss if I get if it goes to decision or a submission. It's like,
yeah. What do you think MMA stands for, G? Yeah, mother's martial arts, bro.
Yeah,
to relaxing stuff.
bro,
you know when I found him out, Robbie, when Floyd Mayweather, bro, used that on him. Yeah, that's all he did. Like, if man watches the fight, cool, Conor McGregor put it on him and all that.
Yeah.
What Mayweather did was he made Conor look like a bitch, in like the 9th, 8th, 9th round, because man knew that you're just putting it on me. All right, cool, put it on me. Wait till later, and you're gonna be like that. And I'm gonna be putting it on you, and it was like, You know, and that's when I knew man ain't got no brains to begin with.
I don't think his heart's not in it anymore. You know, me personally, I think, yeah, when he was fighting and working his way up for the title, he was a good fighter. You know, he looked strong, he looked hungry, he looked like he wanted to challenge, he wanted to win every round, every fight, he wanted to beat his opponent. But, you know, once he won the belt and then, you know, he became the double champ and then he's, you know, got his whiskey company and things like that and, you know, had a baby. It's too many distractions for him. You know, he's at that age where, you know, I don't know whether, well, he's not at that age. He's 30 odd. He's a similar age to me, but, you know, I just think that, you know, yo, you need to wise up, mate. I'm not going around balling like that. You know, if I could, I still wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't be like just flexing. You know, the saddest thing, the thing that made me laugh is that his fights, like you come on a yacht and you leave on crutches, you know, or you leave in a flipping, you know, don't get me wrong, you're looking glamorous, mate, on your new Lamborghini yacht or whatever it may be. But then to leave on crutches or a stretcher, it's embarrassing. Like, I'd be embarrassed, mate. I'd be so embarrassed.
And to still continue to talk afterwards when you have no right to talk. Yeah, bro. That's the thing. But I think, you know, Jose Aldo said it best, bro. Yeah, my man said, listen, the reason I continue to test myself and fight the way I fight is because of my legacy. If I don't leave a legacy, basically he said, if I don't leave a legacy, it don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, especially one thing that fighters, you know, in particular want to, or should I say, true martial artists want to leave behind. You know, even for myself, you know, when I say when I'm no longer here, at least I can look and say, well, you know what? At least I passed on a bit of my martial arts knowledge to some students or some of my kids that wanted to take it on, or you know, that wanted to carry it on and learn martial arts and see it as a way of life and a way of the lifestyle. You know, so yeah, I think as a true martial artist, you want to pass something on. You know, it's a nice way of giving back as well. You know, after all the hard work that you put yourself through and, you know, all the knowledge that you've obtained, to try and at least pass some of that knowledge and skill on. You know,
that's the main thing as well, bro. Like that's not necessarily like a plan B, if you want to call it. Yeah, I guess it's like, you know, after it's all said and done for TNT. Yeah, like at the age of 42, 43, let's say. Yeah, this at least I have, you know, raw talent martial arts, something which my passion is still in. My passion is still in fighting, and this is where I want to dedicate that passion to now.
yeah.
You know, and you see it a lot now, man, with former fighters like, you know, James Krause, who's 35 years old, and he's now, bro, made one of the biggest gyms in MMA, Glory Fitness. Yeah, and he's got James Gallagher there and all them, man. And he's got like, yeah, you know, a few of my guys that I've spoken to in the States. Yeah, man's fought in the UFC. All right, cool. Now I'm coaching. I open my own gym. There's, you know, that is, you know, if your heart's still in the game, that's what you want to dedicate that to, man.
True. I think it's just like I said, it's just such a good way to give back as well, you know. And you know, like I said, especially you don't see it as a job, you know. When you're passionate about it, it's not work, you know. Like me going to teach a class, I don't see that as work. That's me doing something that I love to do. So you know, I'm getting paid at the same time. Oh, and I'm training, and I'm fighting, and I'm getting paid. It's like win-win. You know, I'm quids in, I'm winning, I'm living my life, I'm doing what I want. And I'm just fighting for it and getting paid to teach, and it's a nice thing, man.
And you know, if you want to talk about outside the cage, yeah, and we see it in sports now more than ever, especially football. Yeah, and that's racism. Yeah, but and, of course during the Euros you saw it a lot with Bukayo Saka and all them. And you know, but that to me, yeah, if you want to go outside the fence and outside of, you know, raw talent and outside of cage steel, and you want to sort of dig deep into a proper hot topic right now, is and that's it. Yeah, but people say, I mean, you see players still taking the knee. You know, but Robbie, for you, and I know you talked about that before with the Euros and how they treated them. Yeah, but what was like? What were you thinking about at that time when You know, because when they were scoring, everyone was like, yeah, man. They're showing love in that ball. And then you lose that final, and that's it. Yeah.
You know the best thing, one of the, I don't know, a quote or a meme or, you know, just like a saying or a phrase, whatever you want to call it, is that whenever a black person scores for England, you don't see, you're colourblind. But whenever they miss, that's when you see colour. You know, and it's like, for me, football's overrated. You know, as much as I used to love watching football, nowadays it's too much. Or VAR, you know, they're taking the fun out of football. Football's not football. You put your hands on someone, oh, foul, free kick, man rolling about. Get up, man. I'd be embarrassed again. Like I said, I'd be embarrassed. Other football's getting paid wedge. You're getting paid thousands upon millions, mate. And you're rolling around like that. Don't get me wrong, a professional foul, oh, wow. You know, a professional tackle, whatever. You know, but when people are then so abusive, and it's like, again, just step onto the mats, step into the ring, step into the cage, step into a gym for that matter, because you can be the big man while you know, surrounded by 10 of your home fans that you're with. But the moment I take you out of that situation and put you in another situation, come out of your comfort zone where you're not at a football game and you might be at a boxing match or MMA match or kickboxing bout, whatever, then see how you want to be racist to one of the opponents or one of the fighters in the ring and see what happens, because I guaranteed someone in that crowd is going to be like, you what? Because they're going to even know that person, or 9 times out of 10, or should I say 10 times out of 10, especially in martial arts, you don't get racism. Sorry, bro. I had a little low power mode, but I'll get a little charger. But you don't get racism in martial arts. Like, people in martial arts are not interested in colour. They're not interested in black or white, because everyone in martial arts is either trying to work towards a similar goal, and that's to be better, or to be a champion, or to get fitter, or to lose weight, or to just have a better mindset. Yeah, you know, whereas footballers, I don't even want to say footballers are soft, because not all of them are.
Softer completely. Yeah, but you don't even have to. You can say that. Yeah, but if you look at how much man getting paid, yeah, say I'm buying man for 100,000 a week. Yeah, but if I was getting paid 100,000 a week, boy, yeah, I would fucking be living it, bro. Even if you transferred me out the next day and you paid me 100 grand, I'd still be living it. Yeah, I'd retire after a week, bro, at the age of 27. Yeah. That's how it is nowadays. And it's like what you were saying about Conor McGregor, bro. Yeah, my G's heart's not in it now, man, because a whiskey company, he feels like he got all the P. Yeah, he's got his woman, got the kid. Yeah, that's it, done deal now, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. It's just for me, football. Like I said, I know I don't want to insult anyone, because obviously, like, people, not even football soft, the world soft. Yeah, I don't care who I insult. In fact, I'll take that back. I don't care who I insult. Yeah, there's no fucks given, because if you want to know something, come see me. Yeah, you want to know something, you want to see what I'm about, you'll see me Saturday night anyway. But you know, football, the world's gone soft. Everyone's too sensitive. Everyone's this. Everyone's like, oh, you. Come on, man. Because unfortunately, I said, I've got kids. I don't want my kids seeing the stupidness that I've seen growing up. I don't want my kids to be around even worse things and the technology that, you know, it's madness. I don't want my kids being called a black this or a black that because he's missed a flipping penalty kick. You imagine saying something like that to me when I might have missed. Yo, trust me, I'm running off that pitch and I'm scrapping. I'd be doing an Eric Cantona. I'll be double footing a fan. I'll be, boy, come on, man. What are you saying? Boom, I'd roundhouse kick you. You know, because for me, racism is just small-minded people, and unfortunately, yeah, it is, and it will still be alive. Because why? Because of the people that we have in power. It's not even just about, you know, even FIFA, dodgy. FIFA's a dodgy, corrupt company. We all know FIFA were taking bribes for how many years? The Italian leagues and stuff like that, Juventus and all these big leagues that were taking bribes. You get me? Like years ago, like it's all hush. Like, no one really talks about it now, but years ago, mans were taking bribes to drop playing referees. You get me? Like that shit was still going on in football. Like if someone come at me and say, "Look, Robbie, I want you to take a dive in this," nah, man, you ain't paying me enough to take a dive. I would never take a dive for no one. The only way I'm going to sleep is if man puts me to sleep. Other than that, I'm fighting till the third and final round. Otherwise, I'm putting him to sleep. It's as simple.
In MMA and martial arts or combat sports, yeah, I think the only combat sport where I've seen that sort of controversy is boxing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
there was a fighter, a Latin fighter, yeah, I see this on Facebook. So he used to put like little pieces of bricks in his gloves, innit? And nobody
yeah,
saw this, bro. Nobody saw this. So what you did there was you loosened the glove a little bit, innit?
yeah,
Yeah, man was 21-0, and I'm not thinking, how man 21-0? If he's fighting, he's punching, bro, like this. So the brick is here, and he loosened the glove. Yeah, and he punching man, and two punches, but man's face was busty.
I think
Yeah,
I remember seeing something like that. Or I heard something
I
like
saw
that.
that. And but there was a celebrity fight. Yeah, man, like oh fuck, boy, I forgot his name. Yeah, Miguel Cotto. Yeah, and my guy is my guy got screwed bad. Yeah, out 12-round decision. Yeah, and he took a dive at the end after that. So that's the only sport is I've ever seen that shit is boxing. Bro.
Mm.
In martial arts, and I always tell these fans, and this is why I always talk about this promotion. If you want to see a role model promotion, bro, yeah, one championship. That is where you will learn everything that's good about this sport.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, is that promotion? That guy is running that. He's patented it that way. Where you know what? There's no bad publicity. There's no nothing. I'm not bringing in none of these man. Them, cool. Boy, and Demetrius Johnson. Yeah, cool. But that's where if people want to have the good side of this, no social media, just on the action, that is where you want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's, you know what, I think, like I said, especially that Brave and One, it's a massive competition because obviously there's no more pride, is there? UFC just bought everything out more or less. Like UFC, yeah, we'll buy that, we'll buy this, we'll buy that. We'll just have everyone fighting for us. And obviously the only real competition, like I said, obviously on Japan or Asia, should I say, so is obviously Brave or One, and then obviously Bellator. You've got your other ones like European ones. And I think even Africa do one. To be honest, EFN, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
So there's a few other, but obviously the big boy leagues, what everyone knows is UFC, and that's a funny thing. People don't, and this is just the society, unfortunately. Like people don't ask me like, oh, do you train MMA? Like, oh, do you train UFC? When people ask me like, do I train UFC? I'm like, well, I don't train UFC. I watch it. But I train MMA. I'm just like, wow, you get me? Like, people are just so, I don't know, I don't want to say disconnected, but they're just like, they're not with it sometimes. People just see something and it's like, oh, yeah, like it's gospel. Like, do a bit of, research, a bit of background checks yourself, or, I don't know, man. No, it's some people, bro.
No way. You know what, yeah? Robbie, bro, I'll tell you something. That's why I started this in the first place, Chief. That's why I started this in the first place, man. It's because I wanted to change people's perception, yeah, on how you see martial arts and MMA, and how you see combat sports in general. I just wanted to change your perception so I can educate you that this is not barbaric. It's not violence. Yeah, it's like I call it poetry in motion, if you want to say, yeah, or I call it a fucking chess match. Yeah, I call it it's the same as if you're watching Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. This is just plus 45 years on. That is it.
Yeah, 100.
And that's what it's all about, fam. It's all about just putting in the work, commitment, and your dedication, and that hard work is gonna pay off for you, man. Yeah. But I see it. There's a lot of role models out there to look up to, man. But for me, bro,
just name one, bro. Even Ali and even Foreman. Even Foreman was a great boxer. But obviously Ali was just something else. It was on and out of the ring. You couldn't. Obviously, people say what they want about him, but he stood up for what he believed in. And I've got anyone that, you know, as a true, you know, just true to themselves, will obviously respect that, because, you know, like you said, why am I going to go fight your war? And this is a thing. It's like, why am I going to go fight some white man's war, some government war, when I don't even know these man, when you don't even like blacks? You get me? Because that was a time when blacks were still segregated and the nigga, you know, you get me, all that racist, you know, in America and how it was. And the white man's got to send the black man over to go fight. Why am I going to go fight for you? Why you don't even like me in your own country? Why are you going to send me over to another country so I can die? Nah, fam, sack that. And you know what? Credit to him. And massive respect to him, because you know what he said to me? He said, fudge the system. And that's how it should be. Why should you go fight for the next man when he just wants oil, when he wants more money, he wants more land? You know, it's more corruption at the top of the ladder. I got no respect for no one. None of it. Like I said, we got too many nonsense on Ponces in power anyway. I'm gonna say it, bro. We got too many in power.
That's what it is, man. Yeah, but that's what it was. Yeah, back in that era, that day was dark. It was so dark.
Grim, bro.
Yeah, and you had the Thriller in Manila with Ali and Frazier. That put it on the map. Yeah, things like that, things like Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson, that put it on the map. Frank Bruno put it on the map. Yeah, Michael Watson became disabled for the sport, and he put it on the map. Chris Eubank put it on the map. Yeah, and in MMA, Israel Adesanya putting it on the map. Kamaru Usman, yourself, you know, loads.
Too much black talent, brother. This is what you cannot deny the black talent. It's like, you know, I'm not saying black people are better, but there is too much black talent to be denied. You know, whether it's in athletics, whether it's in, you know, sports, whether it, you know, maybe in fighting or whatever. There's loads of black, even in music, even in, you know, entertainment, comedy. You look around, bro. There's so many, you know, well-established black people. Because, you know, the funny thing is, yeah, bro, I watched the thing. Again, I don't mean to divert, but I watched the program on Netflix about last year, and this guy's called Surviving Black. Surviving. I can't remember. He's a big guy called Rob. Yeah, big black guy. Yeah, and he's trying to survive only on black businesses. And you know, the first night, bro, like I said, he slept on a park bench. And you know why? Because no black man owns a fucking hotel in that area where he lived. No black man owned a hotel. Right? No black man owned like any hotel business. I'm gonna have to probably grab my charger, but you're gonna have to bear with me 2 seconds. I've just seen a 10% warning. I'm like, yo, 10% warning. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, brother. I'm back, G. I just need to plug it in.
Yeah. Plug it in, bro.
Getting the plug. I'm gonna get reseated and reshuffled around anyway. All right, let me see. I'm back.
Yeah, go on, carry on. Carry on with the Netflix thing.
Yes, we're charging, bro. But yeah, fam, like I was saying, there's just too much talent. I was saying there's too much talent, wasn't there? Too much black talent to be denied. And for me, it's just like, I don't know why football is just another level of racism. You know, like I said, you've got all the football hooligans. You don't get any like martial arts. You don't even really get it in boxing. I've only seen one. Well, I know there's probably been a few events that have turned a bit sour after, you know, a fight show or whatever, but I've only really seen one bad one in Leeds, you know, a few years ago. But that were quite a few gypsies, you know, so it's one of them. For me, there's too much talent to ever be denied. Black, white, Asian, you know, even the film, like I said, it was sad because he couldn't get even proper meals, bro. Like the guy couldn't even get a proper meal because no black man owned the businesses. Like, and then when you were asking him, where's it sourced from? Well, we get it from this farm owned by these, it might have been, other Americans or whatever. And I was like, well, the white Americans or black Americans, like, white Americans, like, can't even eat the food. So my man, like I said, couldn't even get a car. He had to get a bike because, again, no black man owns a well-established car, car actual business like Honda, Suzuki. No black man owns one of them. Mitsubishi, Ford, all owned by a white man. And what else? What else right now? Oh yeah, he managed to get a coach. So he was doing a tour. He was doing I think it was 3 days he tried to survive being black, bro. And like I said, he had to get a bike. He actually managed to get a cell phone. He managed to get a cell phone, and you'll never guess what the company were called. Figures. The company, the cell phone company were called Figures. But yeah, bro, he was struggling, man. And you know what? It just showed like how like, I don't want to say like systematic racism still exists, because I know it does. Even in businesses that I've worked in, and you'll see it. It's not a black man at the top; it's a white man. And again, not taking anything away from him. He might have worked his way at the top. He might have done whatever he's done to get to the top. But in the same breath, bro, you can't deny black talent.
No,
you cannot deny it.
Now with all the shit,
I just got to keep it real, bro.
That's it, man. That's what this is, bro. Yeah, this is some real shit, right?
Bro, like I said, it's raw talent, bro. It's raw talent. That's why we call raw talent. You get me?
Like your real talk, yeah, with Robbie's rants and that on Instagram, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I haven't done them for a while,
I'm real talk with the podcast I do. Yeah, that's the way I like to keep it, man. I don't like none of this. None of this that censored bullshit. And if you, me, yeah, boys, having a conversation like this, yeah, that's what it's all about for me. If I keep it all shadowed and stuff, yeah, the real like truth and what I want to ask, yeah, I can't ask it, And,
we're not like Facebook, is it? We don't need to censor everything and get fact checker out, bro. That's why the abs checker come about. You get me? That's 100%.
This is our thing. I'm not getting paid by fucking ESPN or fucking all like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm getting paid by me. I'm getting. Yeah? I take my own money. I'll put it in this pocket. But yeah, man. Now bro. I think now, like, if you see 60, 70, 100 years, whatever it is, removed from slavery, and you see now 2021, we're in another era now, man. New era. And I think you're right. It does still exist, but little nuances, little slyness. Yeah, like you said.
Very sly, bro. It's very sly. Like I said, it's very institutionalized. It'll be the best one to me is, I've got a black mate. I'm not whatever, mate. I hear certain comments, certain people that just make certain, and it's just like, I'm not gonna, because if I took offense to everything, I'd just be an angry man. I'd be the angry black man that everyone's stereotypes anyway. So some things I just say, all right, I let it slide. I let it go over my head, because what is, I am the bigger man. Not physically, but mentally, I am the bigger man. You get me? So certain things I just let slide. You know why? Because I'm half white and I'm half black. So certain things I just think, I can't even be asked dealing with this. I can't even be asked like commenting about what he's saying. And people say, "Oh, what do you mean?" Yeah, it's like, I'd admit I used to work when I worked at the school, and the things that I'd say to him, like, "Nah, you crazy?" And I said, "Yeah, look, mate, Donald Trump this." When Donald Trump were in power and stuff, and I said, "Look," and then all this COVID started happening, and me and him, funnily enough, were meant to go watch UFC in London last year, 2020, and obviously that all went peaked on. Still trying to get my money back, and the players just checked this one out. So the credit card company, American Express, tried to bill me for it. I said, "Yo, the hotel that I meant to go to, they cancelled on me, and obviously UFC gave me my money back anyway. So I got the return from UFC, but this hotel tried to take my money." I said, "Yo, you rung me up the day before I'm meant to be coming down, knowing full well that there's a COVID, there's a pandemic, London's lock off. why am I going to come down? The UFC's not even on. I'm not going to come down just to sit in a fancy hotel for nothing.
Like, what?
You get me?
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
No.
madness.
But that's the same thing on my flight, D. I was supposed to see my brother in New Zealand. Yeah. And that was last year in August. Yeah. And these men still ain't returned though. You know? And fam, this type of shit now, people are still feeling that sort of an effect. You know what I'm saying? And
it's sad, bro.
The way I look at it now, yeah, and bro, shit, man, I could talk for fucking another 2-3 years with this. The way I look at this now, yo, yeah, is that all lives matter, all races matter, yeah, all this stuff, bro. Think about all this bullshit for me, yeah. Yeah, life is too short. My dad always says, bro, life is too short for this bollocks. Yeah, you know, if you want to be nice, you be nice. If you want to respect someone, respect them. Yeah, like me and you, bro, I would never met you, yeah. But when I first like DM'd you or anything like that, yeah, straight, like that. Yeah, it's respect. That's all it is. That's all it takes. It's not hard,
Yeah, it's true, bro. And I think that's why like martial arts is different so much. Like footballers, especially like football, because they do probably get paid so much, the ego is a little bit like whereas martial arts, it's like, yeah, don't get me wrong, probably our ego gets bruised a little bit, but you know what it is, we'll take it on the chin and we'll go again. Whereas like you say, footballers, like I said, they're a bit soft, they're overpaid, way overpaid for what it's worth. And I just think, wow, man's getting that much wedge and he's still rolling about on the floor. I can't remember what it was. I seen it must have been even Neymar. It might have been a photo of like a meme, of, again, a little quote phrase, whatever, of Neymar Jr. rolling around on the floor after a little tackle. And then you must have seen, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was like Robbie Lawler and that fight that he had before. What's that guy? They had an absolute war. Yeah. They had an absolute war where his lip was split, his nose was busted, everything was just like, yeah. You remember that war? And that was like a war. And you look at them two men that probably don't even get paid nowhere near as much as you. And they've gone in like 4 or 5 rounds of hard graft. And you're rolling around after you've had a little tackle. You get it, man?
That's the thing. You compare the two, yeah, and it's no way near. I think if I took a football tackle, yeah, I'm sure it hurt. But I'll still get back up off my horse, I call little bandage, little tape and shit. Yeah, and I'll still go on the field, like, bro, I've had, I've eaten fucking chicken wings with more meat on them than Neymar, bro. You know what I'm saying? So no, man, you're right. You always, I guess, fans of MMA and martial arts compare that like that. Yeah, because of what it is and what it's worth, and what they get paid and still the dispute and stuff for. But I think sport, G. That's MMA, martial arts, but that's life. Yeah, football, like you said, but your ego gonna get bruised, man, if you're getting paid $200,000 a week. Yeah, and I guess but at the end of the day, man, everything matters. All life matters.
Yeah, it's true, bro. Like I said in the day, human life's precious, isn't it? Regardless of what color, regardless of what race, regardless of your background, every life's precious because it's life. Yeah. And this is what people don't realize. It's like, when I started seeing, obviously, because I did rant on about, like the Black Lives Matter and stuff. I even did a speech, and it was just like, when people saying, oh, all lives matter or white lives matter, I'm just like, but people don't really get it because, like, you're protesting to what actual people are actually protesting about. So people are trying to sell up Black Lives Matter because Black people are still getting killed regardless, whether it's in America, whether it's in flipping Africa, whether it's in England, whether it's wherever, but I don't think there's as bad for any other race, like, especially in America. I know it's more, a bit shoot first, ask questions later over there. And that's the sad thing, when you've got teenage, little boys. I don't even know how old that kid was that copper shot and killed. There's so many kids that, he he was 15 or he was 12, he was 13, 14, whatever. The kid didn't even have a gun. And I watched a film, similar thing on Netflix again, just like about a guy whose kid got shot. He was just doing it's really a really good film because it was ex-army. So the guy was ex-army and he had a squad, and Ghost from Power's in it. Yeah, Ghost is in it. So it's a pretty sick film. I can't remember the name of it, but literally two white guys obviously stopped this black guy and his son, and one speeding, doing 100 miles per hour, and just obviously driving through the town, whatever it was, and they pull him over. And obviously his son's like, fuck this, I'm recording it. So obviously copper's like, look, yeah, you need to show your insurance, ready. So obviously the dad gets out, shows him some details. And then obviously like the other copper's like, obviously arguing with his son, put the phone away, ready. And the kid's like, no, I'm not putting my phone away. And he's like, get out of the car, proper going on at this kid. And he's like, obviously the dad's like, look, son, just put your phone away, and getting a bit heated. And anyway, the kid's just like, literally, he's not even run. He's just like run round to he was running towards his dad, and the copper just shot him in the back, deaded him. But obviously this guy, the father, obviously lost his shit. Obviously he went and took over this cop shop. Bro, when I'm saying they went in there with heat, like assault rifles, everything. They went in there fully loaded. And they took over this cop shop. And they had the guy that killed his son. Like they did their own like kind of courtroom and like jury. They had the judge, right. They had all the little officials and stuff, and it was a sick film. And like he ended up pleading, he pleaded guilty. Like he said, right, I plead you guilty for obviously like murder. And so like he proper shit him up. He made him ring his wife, and he's like, look, you can speak to your wife and your son. Do you enjoy speaking to your son? And this copper's son must have only been like a couple of years old. So obviously this guy's speaking to his son, saying, oh, daddy loves you, and crying and getting all upset. And obviously he's like, right, cuts the phone off, and then he's ready to kill him. And he ended up changing his mind. And it's a mad twist. Like when you watch the film, it's deep, man. Like it's deep. Like you think, whoa, yeah, you can see why that shit's based on true events. You get me?
There's loads of films based on true events like that, man. Like Malcolm X and the Tupac films, and bro, you got fucking what was the other one Denzel did with the Black Panthers, and then
he was doing because he did that. What was it? American Gangster. Boy. Denzel, yeah.
Denzel's the realest, bro.
He's a bad man, he's Denzel.
And then there's a one called The Green Book here, bro, with Mashallah Ali. Yeah, I don't know if you know him, bro. Yeah, the guy that fucking, he's one of the realest.
I have to watch it, man.
Yo, Robbie.
Yo, I'm here, I'll have to watch it. I didn't hear that Green Book. I ain't seen that one.
Yeah, man. That is the one. Yeah. That is like the ish, bro. Yeah, similar thing. So it's a white guy who lost his job. Yeah, and he was a cab driver for this company. He lost it, and he come from a racist Italian family. So you want to keep everything in the race in the community. And he goes to work for this doctor. Yeah, and the doctor turns out to be black. Donald Shirley. Yeah, but at first the man's like, nah, fuck this. I'm out of that. Then, get to know him and all that stuff. And they become randoms. And at the end of the day, but that just goes to show that, all this judgment, you can't judge a man by his skin. You can't judge a book by cover. What you gotta do is get to know him, bro. Yeah? That's it. That's all it is, man. How hard is this shit, bro?
It's not even hard, bro, because you know what? Like I said, you get dickheads in all races. You get dickheads that are black, dickheads that are white, dickheads that are Asian, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, European, wherever, America, Australia. You get dickheads in every culture and every background. You know what I mean? Like, you can't look at one person and think, right, because that's what I see on telly, or because that's what my parents have told me, I'm going to hate that person. And that's, again, just showing how small your mindset is. And it's such a sad thing, because like I said, I don't push any negativity on my kids, and because I've had racist abuse to me, or well, you shouldn't like white people. You get me? Like I've been racially abused like 2-3 times almost. You know, I've got a scar on my lip because some racist wanted to rush me and, you know, boom, slam a car door into my face.
Yeah.
You get me? Like that's reality. Like I got racist abuse when I was like 5-6 years old. Some old woman hit me with a coat, said, "You fucking black bastard." I was 5-6 years old. I didn't know nothing. That's the first I knew of racism. 5-6 years old, shopping with my mum, my sister. Some old white woman just slapped me with a coat, like, "You black bastard." Yo, imagine I'm 5-6 years old getting racist abuse.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking, what have I done? What have I done wrong? You know, who have I upset? You get me? Like, bro.
That's influenced your views to what they are now. Yeah. And same with me. My dad grew up in that era. Yeah, where there was all the skinhead beef. Yeah, with the 80s and all that. and bro, even with me, like even now, yeah, in my mid-20s, but man still call me. I got called fucking Jafar on the tube. Yeah, bro, by some tit. Yeah, and one other guy who I was standing behind. Yeah, but because he's short and I was 6'5", and he goes to me, "Oh, bro, you lot causing so much trouble, and you lot do this and you lot do that." Oh, and he was standing with a big man then, yeah. So, and he's old, like in the mid-50s, going. I'm like, "Bro, you don't want none of this. I swear to God, like, you know." Like, so I just put headphones on, and I was like, "Yeah, forget it, man." You know, he's trying to tap me on the back to get my attention. I said, "Oh, fuck off." You don't want, you honestly don't want this, bro. Literally, like, I felt like saying to him, I felt like telling him to shut your white mother fucking ass up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like that, bro. But then, like you said, it's about being a bigger man. Yeah. So, you know what? Just walk away, man. Put the phones in. Yeah, and man, I'm out of that.
Yeah, true, man. And that's what it takes sometimes because, like I said, some people they just want a reaction. You know, it's like the football hooligans, you know, that have gone and, you know, done all the racist abuse. They want a reaction because they weren't happy with what they got. And like I said, would England even be the team they were if they didn't have immigrants in that team? Because you look at that team, I think only 3 or 4 of them could really play if it weren't for immigration. You know, that team wouldn't be the same team. You'd only have 3-4 whiteheads in there. The rest are all parents are from Jamaica, parents from Africa, parents are from flipping Europe somewhere, wherever. Yo, get out the team, mate. You're not English, full English. And this is why, like, for me, I won't play for England. I'd play for Nigeria or Ireland. If I was a footballer, that is, I wouldn't play for England. Yeah, I'm British, and that's about it. But I wouldn't play for England. I'd represent my true blood country, which is Nigeria or Ireland. I don't represent England. You know, yeah, I represent UK MMA because, yeah, we're in United Kingdom. But other than that, there's not great about this Britain that we live in, man. Nothing great about it.
Yeah, man. Oh, for sure. Thank you, man. This got real political real quick.
Reloaded.
Reloaded, bro. Woo!
Woo! Shit.
What cool. What you just said was about as real as it gets. And of course, all lives matter. I know, you know, it's a small word for all this knowledge at the end of the day. And I want to thank my guy, man. I want to thank you. Yeah, Robbie, boy.
Thank you.
You know, boy, this is about as real as it gets right here. And I wanna thank you.
Raw, bro. You get me? That's why we call raw talent. You know this, man. You know this.
This is raw. This is Thursday night raw. Yeah. This is one of the this is the way it is, yeah. And man, that's about icing on the cake right there, man, for that. You know, I wish you but the main reason of course this Saturday, K-Steel 26. I can see you're pumped, bro, yeah, because it didn't take much to get you pumped up, yeah. Fuck it.
Bro, I've been in fight mode for a while, man. You know, like I said, I've had so many things. You know, like I said, even my last fight, you know, I've had so many setbacks. I've had so many things like piled on top of me and pressure and this negativity and this and then that and then this. And now I'm in a place where I can just deal with so much and just, you know what, I can just switch off And then the moment when I need to switch on, bam, it's game time. I'm in there. And like I said, you know, when you saw me on Cage Steel, I said, yeah, I've been working on so much and I didn't get to show it. I said, I just kicked the guy. I hardly put even a hands on him. You know, yeah, I think I got a little elbow when he went to the ground, but trust me, man, like I said, me and this guy were going to war. And, you know, as Rampage said when he fought, you know, Jones, there's going to be some black on black crime. There is. But you know what? Like I said, I'm going to try and keep it minimal. I'm not going to be in there for a long time. I'm going to do what I need to do and get the job done, get the win, go home, get paid.
Definitely going to be
that's the mindset, brother. You know, we're going in there for a win. I want to be 2-0. I want to keep it moving. I want to keep the team spirit moving. And, you know, like I said, we'll go again come maybe a few months. You know, might get another one in at the end of the month. Maybe, you know, we'll see how things progress in this fight. But, you know, yeah, definitely try to get another one in before the end of the year.
But man, you know what, bro? Saturday night, man, only 2 more sleeps away, man. Yeah, of course, I can see training gone. Sick. Yeah, it's tight mode for a while, 18 months. Yeah, the fans are back. You know, I'm gonna be there live in person as well.
Good to meet you. Woo!
Woo! Definitely. I wish you all the best of luck now, Robbie. You know, seriously, brother. And yeah, man. You know, obviously we'll talk after the fight. Yeah, shit. We'll talk during the, you know, after the fight.
Yeah, I'll catch you here before the fight, innit?
Just come check.
We'll get a snap together, innit? We'll get a photo on that, man. Yeah, man.
That's what it is, man. I wish you all the best, man. Thank you so much.
Respect, thanks for having me, brother. Thank you, man. Like I said, keep it real, keep it raw, keep it 100. We've got love for everyone that supports us, love for everyone that supports MMA Reloaded, Raw Talent, Eric's Gear, Fight Team, Timberwolf, you know, like I said, Prospect MMA, AVT. Shout out to anyone and everyone that supported me along the journey. Big respects and big thank you to everyone. Like I said, I'm not racist. I'm half white, I'm half black. I'm like Blade. I've got the best of both. I'm a day walker and a motherfucking night walker. Yeah, you best know. April. Cage Steel 26 is going off. Trust me, 2 days to go. You're going to see me in that cage. You see what I'm about.
100%. Yeah, and that's the way it is, man. And folks, you can catch Big TNT this Saturday night, man. Check that shit out. Yeah. All right. Robbie, bro, have a good night, man.
And you, brother. Respect, man. Thank you. Enough love, man. Nice one. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Respect, man. See you Saturday, yeah?
See you Saturday for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Take care, man.